Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the What Culture Pro Wrestling Internet Championship.
Internet Championship about to be defended as Pete Dunne makes his way to the ring.
Well, we saw the first Internet Champion crowned and refused to lose.
Introducing first, the challenger, weighing in at 205 pounds, from Birmingham, England, he is Bruiserweight Pete Dunne.
Dave Bradshaw here alongside wrestling legend Jim Cornette. And Jim, Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, one of the hardest hitting competitors in WCPW, but still yet to pick up his first victory.
Well, but Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, has a hard task ahead of him to topple the first ever WCPW Internet Champion, crowned it, refused to lose in that triple threat.
Introducing his opponents.
And here he comes.
The Mexican sensation has worked more professional wrestling matches in 2016 than any other pro on the planet, and he has been rewarded with the championship belt that you see him holding aloft. As you said, Jim, El Ligero, our first ever Internet champion here in WCPW.
Well, that's right, the statistics show that he had more contests, more matches.
At 183 pounds, from Los Santos, Mexico, he is the Mexican sensation, and he is the current reigning and defending WCPW Internet Champion, El Ligero.
More contests last year than any wrestler on the planet, and he has already fought over 250 contests in 2016.
And if you do the math, Jim, there haven't even been 250 days in 2016, or barely at least. So that means El Ligero on average has been wrestling every single day this year.
Now wait a minute, Pete Dunne goes up to the top. He's trying to break and bite the hand of El Ligero.
Ligero fighting back, and already El Ligero showing that high-flying lucha libre style as he hits a Hurricane Rana off the top.
He hasn't even had time to get his laundry off, and Dunne takes advantage of that. Hammering blows and a knee to the side of the head. Ligero at a disadvantage. He can't see. He's still trying to get that cape from around his waist.
Big kick to the jaw from El Ligero. Finally, Ligero managing to loosen that cape. But this, oh my God, this aggressive start from Dunne is characteristic of what we've seen of him every time he's appeared in WCPW so far.
Ligero, this could be it.
Could be. He's got a leg kick, and he gets what, two and three quarters. But Dunne not worn down enough yet to be put down permanently. But man, what an aggressive start from both of these guys. And as you've seen in the early going, Jim, there is nothing Pete Dunne will not do. He'll sneak attack you. He will bite you. He'll do anything.
Dunne drapes his man across DDT, rolls him over, quick cover, lateral press, 2 and no.
But Dunne now taking time to taunt the 2,000 plus fans here in attendance in Manchester. He needs to focus on his opponent, I would suggest, because El Ligero is going to be far from a pushover.
Wait a minute. Taking a page out of El Ligero's book, a lucha move. They used to call it the. Wait a minute. The fans getting involved in Dunne, concentrating more on him than his opponent. About to put him up into the modified surfboard.
And to know what?
The gory special.
Yeah, there's nothing special about that when he's just trying to bite a man's fingers, and that's what he's trying to do there.
Well, Dunne was wearing an MMA-style mouthpiece, which he's just put back in to protect his teeth, but he took it out so he could execute the very scientific maneuver of the bite.
He doesn't have as much respect for his opponent's fingers as he does for his own teeth, does he? Because Dunne repeatedly trying to bite into those digits of the Internet Champion.
And Dunne, written across his tights, the word heartless, and he is indeed that. The Internet Championship belt was knocked to the floor. It's laying here in front of our announce table.
Just a real callousness when you look into the eyes of Pete Dunne. Just absolutely no regard for his opponent. That ruthlessness may well take him a long way in this sport.
Now wait a minute, look at Ligero now, trying to somehow neutralize Dunne's. Oh, Dunne with a forearm shiver right to the jaw has temporarily stunned Ligero. And again, Dunne, the larger man in this contest, but Ligero obviously in fantastic shape. Tremendous cardiovascular conditioning. There's, I would say, 3% body fat. And now an exchange.
Both of these guys exchanging forearms. As you can hear, the crowd far more behind El Ligero, who's been part of WCPW since the very beginning. He had a
pump handle, went for the slam.
He goes for the ropes instead, and clothesline takes down Dunne. As I said, El Ligero had been part of WCPW since the start and had some notable feuds, including against Martin Kirby, among others. He's, as you say, the first Internet Champion, and just whenever he's here, brings that high-flying, death-defying style that is so characteristic of the Mexican sensation. Goes for the C4L there, but no one home.
Wheelbarrow. Oh, Ligero rolled through into the face buster. 2, no.
Kick out by Dunne.
Dunne checking his nose, his teeth. And he's trying to wave off his man for some respite, and Ligero goes for the finger lock.
Well, El Ligero is smarter than to give Dunne any time to rest, so I don't know what the Bruiserweight was hoping to achieve there, but Ligero with the ace crusher after the springboard from the middle rope.
And instantly, by just the unconsciousness, he rolls out, Dunne does, to avoid being able to be pinned. He knows he's stunned. It was an instinct.
I mean, was it strategy or luck, though? I'm not sure if Dunne knew he was rolling to the outside.
As I say, it was purely instinct. I don't think he knew what he was doing, but now both men in the danger zone on the apron, exchanging blows. Ligero should have waited for Dunne to try to re-enter the ring, because this is a dangerous situation here.
Oh, yeah, even more dangerous if he does what I think he's trying to do. Dunne is trying for a German suplex on the corner of the ring here.
That wouldn't end well for either man. And gravity, as they say, is a harsh mistress. Good Lord, Death Valley driver on the apron.
Pete Dunne finds out just how harsh gravity can be. But that move took a lot out of the champion as well. Both men down, and referee Craig Anderson is starting to administer a 10 count.
Boy, this thing started at a fast pace, and it has not slowed down.
Ligero is on his feet. He's going to bring Dunne back into the ring. And Ligero is maybe going to go up high once again. Dunne completely glazing over. He has no idea where he is. El Ligero going for the Mexican wave.
He was playing possum.
Ligero, to his credit, though, saw that Dunne was moving and rolled through. And Dunne again with the teeth, biting the toes this time.
The Antonio Inoki-like Enziguri. The kick to the side of the head, but Dunne with a press and a gut buster.
Dunne maybe going for a power bomb.
Oh, sit out.
New champion here. New champion. Oh, no. White.
Just a count of 2. It was 2 9/10.
And you can see by the look of sheer exasperation with which Dunne confronted the referee just how much it would mean to Pete Dunne if he could pick up his first win and pick up the Internet title into the bargain. Dunne being compared unfavorably to WWE star Jack Swagger. I don't think...
The pump handle converted into a DDT with authority by El Ligero. And now Ligero summoning the strength of this massive crowd here at the Silver Blades Arena Arena in Manchester.
The German suplex by Dunne, but Ligero straight up to his feet. El Ligero, reverse Hurricane Rana, and Dunne landed hard on the top of his head.
Dunne didn't pop up from that one.
Ligero is lining up for the C4L. He's put so many men away with that one. But Dunne did his homework, and he struck back with a forearm.
Goes for that pump handle again, and again it was turned into a small package. Count of 2 and 3.
Gets him.
He's done it.
El Ligero retains, and the Internet Champion keeps his title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still WCPW Internet Champion, El Ligero.
Well, Pete Dunne with a cheap shot, utterly uncalled for. Talk about sour grapes from Dunne.
Oh, Dunne over and out. Dunne couldn't take it to the pay window. Ligero regains the championship and a showing of poor sportsmanship.
What's Travis Banks? Travis Banks is out here. Well, Banks is now stomping on Ligero. Well,
Banks was involved in that other match and refused to lose.
he wasn't. I was going to say, Jimmy, it was Banks, in fact, who got pinned by El Ligero in that triple threat match for Ligero to win the title in the first place. Banks and Dunne seem to be in collusion here, and I'd heard this rumor that these two were forming an alliance.
You want to know who we are? My name is the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. This is the Kiwi Buzzsaw Travis Banks.
A Kiwi buzzsaw, that's a pretty deadly tool.
And together, we are known as the Strong Style Collective.
The Strong Style Collective team name for Banks and Dunne.
Now let's not wait any further. Let's get to this tag team tournament. So bring out a partner
What?
for El Ligero. Come on, bring him out.
What?
Wait,
Bring out a partner. Bring out a partner for El Ligero.
wait.
Oh, God! You know whose music that is?
Well, everybody does. But is this sanctioned?
It's Alberto El Patron! Alberto El Patron! And he's doing a number on both members of the Strong Style Collective!
El Patron clearing the ring of Banks and Dunne. They want a tag team tournament match right now?
I mean, is this going to be authorized?
Who's calling these shots? Look at Ligero.
El Ligero takes out Dunne and Banks.
Well, I'd like to get... I'm receiving word from the production truck that this is indeed, it's been approved by Pacitti. If they want a tag team tournament match, they can have one. Banks and Dunne versus Ligero and Patron.
So, El Patron taking advantage here against Travis Banks. So, unbelievably, this is going to count, I suppose, as the third of 4 quarterfinals in the WCPW Tag Title Tournament. And Banks, who thought he was being clever, thought he was going to catch Ligero in a handicap situation, has ended up against a former WWE World Champion. El Patron and Banks are going at it with an intensity here.
If you've got to have a match after you've just had a match, Patron is the partner you want.
Banks going for the Irish whip, it's countered by Patron. Big boot from Banks, and Patron with the enziguri, and that has rattled a few brain cells.
Alberto El Patron descended from Mexican Lucha Libre royalty. His father, the great Dos Caras. His uncle, the legendary Mil Mascaras.
And we've seen this from El Patron many, many times. He's got Travis Banks hooked upside down.
He's hanging in the tree of woe, and we know what's coming.
A world of woe ahead for Banks, or is there?
No! Banks countered.
That's impressive. That is impressive stuff from the Kiwi Buzzsaw. And the running knee, Shining Wizard goes for the cover and only gets 2.
Patron nursing an injury to his left forearm. It's heavily taped. That could play a part in this contest if Banks and Dunne are able to, and there they go, right to the arm.
I mentioned I'd heard about a rumor about this alliance between Banks and Dunne. In fact, they kind of cornered me backstage earlier, demanding to know where Pacitti was. So maybe I should have guessed that they had ambitions to get into this tag team title tournament. But
well, they obviously cooked it up with Pacitti, but Ligero is at a tremendous disadvantage after having just had that contest with Pete Dunne. He won that, but he was roughed up by both these guys before Patron came out.
Here comes Dunne trying to charge into Patron, who's in the wrong part of town in his opposition corner, but he fought his way out. And now Patron, he's holding the arm. He makes the tag to Ligero. Patron holding that injured left arm. Ligero in, evading, ducking, dodging, moving. The synergy not quite there yet between Banks and Dunne. El Ligero is just a step ahead of this strong style collective. Ligero with an ace crusher depositing Dunne onto Banks. And that ended up very nearly with Ligero and Patron advancing to the semi-finals.
Rolling cradle didn't score, but look at the agility here.
Banks, that shot to the back of the head, he could get it, and what a feather in the cap of Banks and Dunne it would be if in their debut match as a tag team they could beat the internet champion and a former 5-time WWE champion.
Well, it would be a feather in their cap, but it's not done yet. And as we say in America, it's not over till the fat lady sings, and I don't even hear the music warming up. They've still got some fight in them to Ligero and Patron.
And the more you think about it, the more this alliance between Dunne and Banks makes sense. They have such complementary styles. Oh, got it. Hang on.
Patron pushed down and grabs the Internet Championship belt. He's not going to take any guff off these guys. Throws your water at them.
Don't forget that El Patron was the 3rd man in that triple threat match at Refuse to Lose for the Internet title.
Banks for the cover. Patron was he was letting his temper get the better of him, and he distracted the referee while his opponents did some damage to Ligero in the corner.
And right now, El Ligero is in the wrong corner. Banks and Dunne doing a very good job cutting that ring in half and keeping El Ligero away from his tag partner.
Well, Ligero, the smallest man in this match, but you don't measure his heart by kilos or stones or pounds. His heart's as big as the United Kingdom.
Or Mexico.
Or Mexico, for that matter. And that's a pretty big place.
I heard you guys are thinking about building a wall.
Well, only if the Cheeto-faced twat waffle gets elected, and we hope that won't happen.
El Ligero with the back elbow to Pete Dunne. And Ligero trying to charge for his own corner. You can see the urgency with which he's trying to get to El Patron.
Good Lord! Ligero with the agility. Surprises Pete Dunne. He has a new lease on life. Can he make it to the corner? Alberto El Patron trying to urge his partner to make the tag.
This is the opportunity that...
What kind of tag was that? Banks was halfway in there.
The referee John Myers is going to allow it for better or worse, so Patron and Banks are the 2 legal men. So this again, Mexico versus New Zealand, an international showdown between these two. Patron, we know what he's looking for here.
He's pumping him up.
Banks, meanwhile, counters.
Banks pushes his man off into the corner.
Oh, Patron chopping down. Banks in a brutal, hard kick into the side of the head. There's the Mexican way from Ligero to advance to the semi-finals.
No, not yet.
In the nick of time, Pete Dunne saves the contest for the Strong Style Collective.
Now Dunne tags in. Patron has been dumped to the floor. Ligero is vulnerable.
Dunne, not for the first time tonight, focusing on those fingers, and once again, utterly disgusting from the bruiserweight.
At this point, he needs to try to win this match instead of biting the guy's hand. But now Ligero has the hand of Travis Banks, and he's chomping down on it. Did these guys get dinner? Are they hungry?
Well, now Patron is joining the party, and Banks is biting the fingers of El Patron.
Patron's no quesadilla himself.
This tag match is getting more and more bizarre.
Patron has the hand of Dunne. And I don't think he was telling him he's number one.
No, not at all. Patron breaking up that party. It was an odd party, to say the least. There's a cannonball from Banks, which will take out Patron. And the Strong Style Collective hoping to exploit that situation by double teaming our internet champion. Ligero looking to add tag title gold to that internet title gold. And Ligero fighting back against the odds.
Ligero wobbling but defiant. Ligero is defiant. And he gets a double finger bite for his trouble, but Ligero not biting. He's, oh my God, a miscue there by Banks.
And he might pay for it because there's the C4L from El Ligero. But Banks, I should say Dunne, the pump handle. And he plants El Ligero for the victory.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
To send the Strong Style Collective into the semi-finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match advancing to the semi-finals in the Tag Team Championship Tournament, the team of Pete Dunne and Travis Banks, the Strong Style Collective!
Well, skullduggery afoot with Adam Pacini, putting this match into the tournament at the last second. A quarterfinal match which has been won by Banks and Dunne, but not without overcoming the best efforts of Alberto El Patron and his partner El Ligero.
El Patron and El Ligero with a valiant effort, but the Strong Style Collective will join Prospect and Slater and Moss in the semi-finals. There is only one spot left in those semi-finals as this crowd shows their respect to El Patron and El Ligero. But the fact remains, they are out of the tournament. There will only be one team who can be the first ever WCPW Tag Team Champions.
Alberto El Patron consoling his partner El Ligero. El Ligero calling for his Internet Championship belt. Alberto El Patron showing respect to the fans here at WCPW, and now Ligero.
So El Patron and El Ligero enjoying the applause of the over 2,000 fans here in Manchester at the Silver Blades Arena. What a spectacle. Oh God.
Patron climbing the lighting truss.
Well, El Patron has been a real asset to WCPW, but as much as he's enjoying this...
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, give it up for the team of El Ligero and El Patron! El Patron!
Well, as much as he's enjoying the appreciation of this crowd, the fact remains El Ligero and Alberto El Patron are out. The Strong Style Collective advance in the Tag Team Title Tournament.